Hi, on Blue Sky and a couple of other places, I have been teasing some secret projects, and this is one of them. Me, Ember, and Ava are now doing a podcast because we love working with each other, so we want to have this just to be something that we work on. For anyone who isn't... For anyone who's new to my channel, I am QueenRaccoon, pronouns are she, her, and I mainly just stream Isaac and draw myself in a lot.
Hello, I'm Ember. I am mostly on Blue Sky at Ember SSBM. You can find me elsewhere in the shadows lurking, but I mostly do art as well and just sort of hang around.
Hello, I'm Ava. I'm the Soul Punk on Blue Sky and Patreon and also YouTube, and I like to do art like the rest of them. And I also am in a band called the Soul Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to say she/her pronouns for me as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, same here.
Yeah. I guess I could have just
We're
said she, her
figuring
for
it out.
everyone.
We're playing it by
Yeah.
We're figuring it out. Welcome to what is the name of this? The Rainy Day Art Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were originally
fifth
gonna...
name we came up with.
Definitely the first name.
They were all
Definitely first one,
taken,
yeah.
so
We didn't want to get sued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here we are.
We were originally going to do Transforce that we stole from our friend, but then turns out there's like a moving company or something called that, so it's like...
It's a transportation company.
I don't want to get sued by them. If it was like another small creator, then you know what? Blood in the water. We'll just fight them for that name. But they're a big company. I don't want to get sued.
yeah, that's true.
All of that said, this is the Rainy Day Art Club. This will be a podcast where we're just going over like art stuff, video games a lot, just general hobbies or topics that come to mind. We'll have guests on, hopefully, maybe, in the future.
We're not going to say who, so that way y'all don't go pressure them. But like...
Yeah. We have a couple in mind that we would like to ask.
Yeah, got some ideas.
Yeah, I'm
Things
excited
cooking up
to
in the
get
kitchen.
this going.
Yippee.
Yeah.
And this is more of a pilot episode of just sort of laying the groundwork, letting everybody know that we're in for a fun treat.
I guess something that
So
is important to mention is that this first episode and a couple more will be on my channel, but once like this gets a bit of traction, we will be moving this to a new channel where it will be the Rainy Day Art Club like YouTube channel. Just for now, we're going to be having it on mine just as a little testing ground, kind of to make sure that like we are doing what we like want with it, and make sure just to see what works and doesn't. Right. Eventually, when we do make that new channel, we will make sure to mention it and link it, but for now it doesn't exist.
You'll see a lot of promotion from us from Blue Sky and on Jade and Eva's YouTube. Or,
Yes.
well, I don't know
Yeah.
if Eva, you'll be shouting it out on YouTube. But
Well,
you'll see a lot of stuff from us. Yeah, you'll see a lot of stuff about this from our Blue Skies.
Yeah.
That's mostly where you can get the info. Yeah.
Oh, I got a great idea to promote this. You know how like we're gonna do this thing where you two interrupt my videos to promote the podcast? What if we do a thing where me and Ember interrupt Ava's songs to promote it too?
We could. I will say, if I was someone listening to a music thing and two random people just like, hey, stop listening, I got a thing for you, I would leave.
Honestly, that'd be hilarious.
We still could.
Yeah.
We have two versions. They look the exact same. One of them has our interjection in the middle. It's like picking up an Easter egg. You don't know what's inside.
Exactly.
Or just like your voices are like hidden in the mix of the song, and you have to like listen very
Yes.
closely to hear it.
The promotion is part of the lyrics.
You have to play the song backwards to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Alrighty. Well, I think we can kick off some art talk. I don't know if we'll be doing this in every episode, but given that we do a lot of art and we'll be referring to a lot of it, we're going to be going through art and just like talking about a piece from each of ours or any project or any of that.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the screen when we're talking about which one and who made it and all that, but yeah.
So if you're listening to this while driving, pull over right now so you can watch.
Pull over and be safe.
Crash into your car, pull out your phone. Okay.
Yeah, do we want to start with Jade's?
Yeah. So for me, I originally just was drawing this last night after my friend came over, just because I really wanted to draw something, but I couldn't think of anything, so I just started just scribbling and seeing what I could do, and I just eventually did this cute little pose of me just was a weird little messed up hand just pointing to myself was a
Yeah.
really weird smile, and I love how it turned out. I originally every stream use a little picture of me smiling holding up Isaac as my thumbnail, but I think I want to try this one now because I don't know, I'm really happy with like how the hair looks, the shading on the red part of the suit and the hat.
Yeah.
I just love how messed up I made the hand.
It's so good.
It's really
I'm
cool.
looking specifically with like the suit and oh my gosh, this is just such a fun like this is so emblematic of your art, I think, of just like wildly energetic lines and it all makes sense and it looks just truly amazing and manic and I love it.
Thank you.
I'm looking right now at like your left in the image, your left shoulder pad. I'm like, that is detailed so or
Thank
maybe not
you.
even shoulder pad, but just like the suit thing.
Yeah.
The lighting's crazy, I'm not gonna
It
lie.
looks so good.
Yeah. For me,
Yeah.
that's less of a shoulder pad, and it's more so just my shoulders.
Yeah.
Is there a part of the body called the shoulder pad or something? Or
If it is, that's news to me.
okay, but
I don't
Like a
know.
kneecap.
for me, it depends on
What if
like
we had kneecaps on our shoulders?
exactly.
That'd be unfortunate.
For me, it's like it depends on what mood I'm going for the art. For example, if you look on screen just at my little sprite that I made, I wanted to make it a bit more cute, like make it a bit more like friendly for the podcast. So I gave myself like round shoulders. But whenever I want to make myself look creepy, I give myself very like sharp and pointy shoulders that go up and then
Yeah.
down to continue the arm.
It's the Disney animated sort of like design philosophy of like sharp angles are like vicious and villainous in a fun aesthetic way, and like the
Yes.
soft is like super cozy and comfortable and like
I mean, I can
love.
definitely see the Tim Burton inspiration there.
Yeah, Tim Burton movies, especially Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride,
Yeah,
big
the
inspiration
tie
all across the
definitely.
board.
The spider
all
tie gave
across
it
the
away.
board for us.
Yeah.
Yes, the spider tie is so good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I will say one thing that I started doing recently is with the brim of the hat, like the little gray part that like connects it to my head. I originally just used to like do just a little round like shading end, just like I would just do a half circle. But now I started doing this thing where I would make it come to a point, and I noticed that it makes it look a lot more 3D and kind of like scrunchy. And I
Yeah.
haven't really stopped doing it ever since. I just really like how it looked, and I think I did it pretty well here.
It looks really good.
Thank
Like,
you.
I have to point out the hand. It's so like it looks amazing, and also this pose is like if you even attempted doing this in real life, it's like that is so impossible.
Yeah,
But it looks amazing, and it fits like the way that the proportions and like the movement of the lines throughout the piece
Thank you.
work. Like it fits so well.
Do you want to know
And of
how
course
I
the two-
had to actually get myself the reference of the pointer finger?
Oh yeah.
I literally cannot make my finger do that. Where it's like I bend and then make the tip go forward. I literally have to push my finger with my thumb to even get it to be close to that kind of just bend. But it makes it even better because I just love like kind of just body horror kind of things. So even if it's a little tiny
It hurts my
things,
hand.
even if it's a little itty bitty things like a little finger being weird, I love it. I don't know.
Mhm.
Mm.
I love it.
Just casually breaking your fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
It's for the art.
For real.
It's worth
Mhm.
it.
Righty. Do we want to move on to Ava's now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so this one I fixed up recently. It's an older piece, but I thought it could use a bit more. So there's not much to say. It's my character Jade. No relation. No
Yeah, no
relation
relation to
to
me.
the other one.
No
Yeah, no
relation.
relation. And she just has her base called Citrus, and just a bunch of weird shit in the background.
It
like
looks
it.
amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I will say I do
There's-
especially
oh.
love the effect of the like green glowing on the arm. It looks
Yeah,
so
it
nice.
looks so good. Oh my god.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
used the bloom effect to kind
Ooh.
of give it like a hazy, like more like a 2000s anime look. I guess that's kind of how I see it.
Mhm. So for me who doesn't use that, and I imagine also for the audience, could you explain what bloom is?
Um,
Or at least what it
so
does?
well, for anyone who's played like an older Halo game, a
Mhm.
lot of them have like this hazy, like blown out like brightness to it that kind of gives it this kind of nice aesthetic. And you can. And, I use Procreate, so they have that option in Procreate, so you can use it for your art. And I've been just kind of slapping on everything I've been making, and I think it has a cool effect, honestly. But it's just like a overblown brightness, I guess, is the best way to describe it. You can
I
kind of like
love
make
it.
everything look super bright.
It
Um,
definitely makes it look super bright. I mean, you're like looking at a screen that has balances and like it's not overtly too much brighter, but
yeah,
the color balance of it, the way that it interacts with like that space and the texture of it, it just looks so good. It looks so bright and
thank you.
shiny.
I think
I just love this.
my favorite part's the background.
I was just about to comment
Yeah,
on that. Yeah,
awesome.
I
I threw four references in there if anyone can catch them.
I noticed a bunch of
Uh,
triangles and a bunch of cubes and stuff.
I'm
I,
looking at the colors.
I love how it
so
looks.
thank you. So like I took this from it's a magazine cover of I mean I could probably put in post, but it's a magazine cover of Kurt Cobain, and
Oh
you can if
damn.
you look in
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
the corner. Wait, hold on. Which side? Where her hand is, you can see his name in the corner, and then someone's face above the name. You have to look really closely, but
That's really good.
the
Little
face
things like
is
that are so fun.
yeah. The face is Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance. I mixed the two together because
It's
I had to
everywhere.
put my two favorite musicians in there.
Of course. That's so
Yeah, yeah.
fun. I
And
love
Thank
this
you.
like the fuzzy effect that makes it really, really feels like nostalgic of like this glowy, grungy, like
I
the
love that
way
stuff.
that it's all overlaid is like not VHS, but that's what comes to mind of this like fuzzier, granular like texture of everything of the whole
Yeah,
piece
the
mixed with this
halftone
art
does.
style.
The halftone definitely
Yes.
helps. Right.
Yeah. And then mixing that with like the just the way that you draw lines of like very energetic, very loose, with while also still being very structured in shape.
Thank
And I
you.
think it looks so good. Oh my gosh! And then the composition. I mean, we could talk about days for that, but it's just like the way that all of the colors are put and then mixed with like the you can clearly tell between foreground and background, while also still
Yeah,
letting that background be its bright and colorful and wild self, and it just looks so well together.
I'll
Oh
be
my god!
honest. I made it like at 4 o'clock in the morning, so it
Perfect.
definitely felt like a fever dream when I finished it.
fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
The whole thing was like I was in and out of sleep.
Yeah.
Also,
And
It
there we
was
go.
sweet.
I just noticed something very
Yeah, dude.
important. I have
Yeah.
goldfish brain. For this first episode, I'm using Ava's background, and it's literally right there in the background, next to, in between you two.
Oh, oh my
Oh,
god! I forgot. I forgot
yeah.
about that.
Perfect. Now people will
I
be able to
forgot.
see it forever.
Oh, if only I could animate, because then I would just animate you turning around to pick up the poster and then just hold it up on the screen.
Perfect. That's awesome.
That was so cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
One
Yeah.
more comment I do want to give. I love the effect on the torn shoulders. I really just love
Oh my
how
god, yeah.
like flowy and just nice they look. It's just
Thank
so
you.
well done.
It works
Thank
really
you.
well with the hair too.
Yeah.
Like it is
Yeah.
distinct while also still working with that like the direction that's flowing in.
I'll be very honest. It definitely is a struggle to draw
Yeah.
the flowy part, but I guess I somehow got it to look right.
It
It's
looks
Yeah.
great.
Looks really
I'll
cool.
just
Yeah.
say that she's had that shirt for a while, so it's definitely been through some stuff.
Love that.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And then left-handed bass. Sorry, I have to ask as from the musician thought. So this looks like it's a right-handed bass held and played in the left hand.
Oh
Is
no.
that
Well, it actually okay. So that's where the Kurt Cobain part comes in, he's a left-handed
Oh.
guitar player, so
Mhm.
I was like, I'll just have her position it where she's just sliding it to her other hand just for the pose, but she
Oh,
plays
yeah.
right-handed, but it just since I used him as a reference, he holds it the way he plays it, so,
Amazing.
yeah, I'll be honest, drawing the bass is a pain because I always like, when I first
Yeah.
started drawing it, I always forgot which side like, I'm a bass player, and I still forget, like, which side to draw, like,
It's hard.
the bass. Yeah.
Absolutely fair. Drawing instruments is so weird. It
Yeah,
always is like, is this right? No, that's not right. Is this right? No,
it's a
that's
lot of
not right.
references. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
I remember
Mhm.
I don't know if you'll remember, I did this like little drawing event where on stream I would like have everyone submit their OCs and I would put them on a wheel and fuse them. One of the ones that I got was McRowley and T-Shack's like little characters. And McRowley has this like little, I don't know what it's called, but this really cute like instrument that's very like very much medieval times, and my chat was bullying
Oh,
me
yeah.
for not including it because I, for some reason, just after hours of streaming, I just couldn't draw it. I don't know why.
A lute, am I thinking of the right thing?
It's very difficult, and
Yeah,
it's a very complex. It's kind of like drawing
yeah.
another character.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like, well, I kind of know how to draw characters, but like this is way different than the thing I've drawn before.
Yeah.
100%.
Alrighty.
Let's now time for embers.
Oh boy.
Ember's
I
looks so cool.
It's
thank
really
you.
nice.
I
Very
made
nice.
this in when was this? I started Blue Sky last year, and this was like the second big painted piece that I had done. This is the first time that I had tried. There's a painting or digital painting style where you do all the values first, so like it's just all in grayscale. And I was like, I really want to try that for something that I imagine will be a very, very, very hard to see piece in terms of like it's very complicated with all the waves and the fog and stuff. And it is supposed to be a little bit like hard to see everything, just a little bit. But it's like I want to make sure that that's still clear and you can see like waves and everything through that. And then I just loved the idea of like legendary Pokemon being very big, and
Yeah.
especially something like this where it's like this is terrifying. If I'm little Mr. Briny on the boat with my Pico, with my Wingull, and I see this, I need to run. This is too
Yeah.
big. But I
Awesome.
really
You did a
wanted to
great job.
communicate. Thank you.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
It has like this like magical like aesthetic to it, kind of like those old Pokemon movies where they would
Oh
like have like those
yeah,
mystical Pokemon and they go to a different island and all that. And, like it's awesome.
love
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
I will say one detail that does like immediately just like catch my brain is in the eye. It's the
Mhm.
ittiest bittiest little tiny thing, but I really appreciate just the reflection of the light from the boat appearing in the eye. It makes it just
Thank you.
feel so much more connected because I feel like there's a lot of like uh some artists that would just not include that, and I feel like
Mhm.
that would lead it to ending up looking like you drew a boat and then just threw this in the background. But because of that very simple, just having a reflection of the light in the eye, it feels connected and all like in one scene. And I just really, really appreciate that. I like that a lot.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I loved the idea of like part of scale, and this is just a thing that since I've drawn so many like larger scale images, the one of the like easiest sort of tricks I guess it would be for communicating that is getting a people, getting a person in there, and like
Yeah.
having that be a reference because everyone knows what people sized is because we are people. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we don't necessarily know what mystical, imaginated, or imagined monster size is necessarily, so it's a lot easier to do that. And then, yeah, just like having the little bit of light in there, just being like this, whatever this whole boat action is, this your whole world is actually the tiniest little speck to this giant monster who might not even regard you. And I just love that, like, really ominous, like I'm in the presence of a terrible being, but also maybe it super doesn't
Yeah.
care about me because I am insignificant compared to it.
I will say you're really good at making like you're really good at like the ominous aesthetic
Thank you.
with your stuff.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Also, sorry if I seem really on edge right now. My landlord is currently in the background going around the house with big machines doing stuff. So I'm just really hoping that during the first recording they don't pull out like the loudest machine ever.
That is fair. That's terrifying.
The landlord's the secret fourth member.
And introducing.
I'm not going to say their name, but yay!
Hooray!
Yay!
Do you have anything to talk about art and creatives?
Also,
So true.
I feel like out of all the things to mention, I don't think you would expect this one, but I will say, as someone who struggles with writing, I do really love the signature. It looks so cute.
Thank you.
It is really good.
I definitely. That's weird. I see a bunch of like watermarks everywhere because that's what you should probably do with art. If you want your art not stolen or want it to be, if you don't want your art stolen or misattributed to someone else, watermarks are the way to go for sure.
Yeah.
I just
Very
can't
true.
be bothered. And I come from a like Bob Ross painting sort of background in terms of my ideas of what like a painting looks like. And in those, it's just you always just sign it at the bottom. So I'm like, I'm used to that, and it's fun to have be different each time. Of like having it handwritten, having it fit more of the colors and the theme of whatever the image is. But thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Also, for real, just the waves look so nice. Like they look so
Thank you.
3D. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
Very good at painting, I will say.
Thank you.
And it is
I
very
do
fitting.
a lot of nonsense. I love it.
It's very fitting with the whole rainy day podcast aesthetic because it is raining in this.
Yeah.
That was an old name we did think of.
Oh yeah, wait, rainy day art club. That's right. I shouldn't say that. That's someone else's podcast. Oops.
That's right.
No relation.
No relation.
I love stealing
Legally
content.
distinct.
They're completely different. I'm just saying.
Completely different.
Yes.
I will say in this piece, a funny thing to add of like, it's really hard to see in the final image. In fact, actually, if you don't know where to look, it's like impossible to see. But I spent like 2 or 3 full hours detailing the teeth, which is on like right underneath the red band of the mouth, on the right there.
Oh, I can see it.
They're completely hidden under the waves almost.
Well, Easter egg.
Yeah, I could send an image of like, I don't back up my art like I probably should, but I can send an image that has it before when I backed it up after the teeth.
I don't know why, but thinking about Rayquaza teeth is now making me think of a mental image of like Rayquaza as that one shitty emoji where it's like holding the sunglasses with a big like toothy smile. Like,
oh, that was
my head.
Rayquaza the green dragon or Kyogre, this one.
Oh wait. Oh, Kyogre. Shit.
Sorry.
I'm not good at Pokemon.
I just also have I just also have a Rayquaza piece going on, so I'm like, wait, we're switching topics.
I confuse the names of those two so much.
That would be very funny though. But yeah,
which one's Pikachu?
It's like the round pink one or something.
Is it? Yeah, is that the one?
No, that's Mario.
He's a Pokemon.
He is now. But yeah, with the teeth, never be afraid to delete your art. Doing it is the fun part. But if it's like, well, this is for the composition of the piece, you can cover it right up. It's
yeah.
It's your art. Make it exactly how you want it to be. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, so now that we got all the art stuff out of the way, I do gotta mention, bro, my dribble died yesterday. It was so weird.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't, but we all hated him.
Let's screw him. He sucked.
Yeah. My dad just, like, texted me, come upstairs, because, like, my dad and mom are going on we're going on a vacation yesterday, and they're going, like, until this Thursday. So I was assuming they were saying come up to, like, say goodbye, give him a hug and stuff. But then I just see him at the cage holding the gerbil by the tail. which is so surreal because nobody touches the gerbil because it bit a chunk out of his out of his finger. So I was just so confused for a second. I was like, oh, he's dead. Yeah. So at least he won't be loud anymore because he used to do this thing where it's like he would bash the water against the side of his cage and it'd be so annoying. But yeah. And
this was a cannibal gerbil.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I can't believe it would choose to die there because it was the worst timing for it because it was right as they were leaving, so we didn't have time to give it a funeral. So we just put it in a flower pot in the patio, and we're just hoping that it just nothing gets to it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
back to nature from whence you came.
Yeah. We'll give it a funeral soon, but like we just didn't have time because they were leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Originally, the idea was to feed it to a snake, but we don't have access to said snake anymore, so don't really know what we're gonna do. I guess just a burial or something. I don't know.
Some last words.
Yeah.
Or well, maybe not the gerbil's last words. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened.
Thank you.
Oh.
Very sorry, I just swung the mood just immediately around.
Okay. That's sort of going to be this podcast, right? We have a couple things that we have structured, like with the art thing, or if we have other stuff to bring up, or other segments of like, if we do like audience questions eventually in the future, like stuff like that. And then most of it, I imagine, will just sort of be freeform discussion, bringing up whatever is in our lives, is going on. We want to talk about, like, we got a lot of options.
We're so distractible. That's a great name. Oh wait, no, we're gonna get sued again.
Oh wait a second.
Yeah, he's gonna come for us. I do have a topipic.
Oh,
please go.
As you all know, I have been sending a trailer to YouTube.
Yeah. Why was I acting surprised that you have a topic? I just forgot.
I told you.
Somehow I also forgot this, and we watched it like
earlier.
Yeah. This is very recent.
For those of you who don't know, recently there has been a Clayface trailer that has dropped, and I loved it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I sent it to these two to see. Like, you're not like that into the comics, right?
I do.
I have never really read them, but I do like a lot of like the aesthetics that stem from them, and then just like the vibes and characters are very fun. I have not heard of Clayface though.
You will soon.
I will soon. I have now. Can you go over that a little bit? Or anyone else.
Who Clayface is?
Who Clayface is, yeah. Run us through a little bit. And then talking about the trailer.
So, Clayface is like a villain from the Batman lore and all that. There's been so far 8 Clayfaces from what I remember, but the only ones that really matter are the first 2, Basil Karlo and Matt Hagen, because they kind of take parts of their stories and mix them together. But for the movie, it's the Clayface. And basically, his whole deal is he's an actor who gets scarred. It changes in the story, but it's either the mafia or a car accident, and it leads to him kind of having to take this substance that changes his like skin and his body and makes it like putty like, and eventually it mutates to the point where his whole body is like this like he's made of clay, like a giant mud monster. And he basically, by trying to keep his beauty and keep his like appearance, he ends up making it worse, and he turns into Clayface. And that's kind of what they're going to be going for in the movie. I obviously it's not out yet, so I don't know what differences that there'll be, but that's kind of the gist of his character. You know,
terrifying. I love it. Thank you for explaining.
Yeah.
I will say
that
the Clayface trailer, the thumbnail for it, really looks like a Gotham civilian after they got caught by Batman jaywalking.
The no-kill rule's still in place, but he'll still break your bones.
Really?
Yeah, he's got no issue with that. But yeah, so this will be just more of a like sort of origin story for him then.
Yeah, it takes
in the same sense as like Joker almost.
Kind of, but it takes place in the same universe as the Superman movie that came out.
Oh, I still need to watch that. I think it's great.
It's really good.
It's so good, yeah.
What I like about it is they're going for a thing where like the comics. Some are really goofy and kind of corny, but not like in not in a bad way necessarily, just kind of
100%.
like a silly,
Classic.
kind of like, yeah, lighthearted, kind of like a
Iconic.
golden age.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then other comics are very dark and very gritty, and I tend to like a bit more of those, but I do appreciate the happier ones. But yeah, Superman was more of that goofy kind of like older, like 60s Superman or 50s, and Clayface, what they're going for is a horror kind of grounded thing, and yeah. What was I
Yeah, is
saying?
everything good? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I was saying, so like the Clayface movie, they're going for more of a grounded kind of horror aesthetic kind of thing, and I really appreciate that. I feel like they're kind of trying to introduce Gotham into this universe.
Mhm.
Regarding Batman, that's a whole different conversation, but have my thoughts on that. But with how they should do it, but yeah. So what did you two think after
I
watching it?
really liked it as someone like for me, I've always been like a very outsider Batman fan kind of thing where it's like I haven't
Yeah.
really consumed any of the comics. I've watched some shows, played some games. I do definitely have like a soft spot in my heart for Clayface. Not like top 10 racing, but like one that when I see him I get happy. So
Mhm.
seeing them actually put some love and effort into this character, which I just like this much, I just wasn't really expecting, and
Like a whole movie.
I just fucking love that. That is so cool, especially that one scene where like he wipes his face, but then it's just gone. That like that
That's
is still in my head.
awesome.
That is so cool.
I'm really excited. I do wonder how they're gonna, like, obviously we see like the build up, to
Yeah.
Clayface, not like actually him being Clayface. So I do wonder how he'll end up looking by the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's definitely that like I mean like body horror, like this very
Mhm.
upsetting type of scary where it's like this is viscerally distinct and not a really fun way, but also in a very fun way of that.
Do
I
you,
also oh go ahead.
sorry, do you enjoy horror?
I sort of do.
I do.
I think I enjoy stories within horror genres. I think more than I enjoy the horror genre as a whole.
That's fair.
But
That's fair.
yeah,
What were you saying before I cut you
but
off?
yeah,
Sorry.
no, you're fine. That's a great question. Um, I also like Jade. I'm sort of like on the well, probably honestly a little bit more just like on the outside of like this
Mhm.
comic fandom and especially with like Batman and just superhero stuff. Like I know about it and I recognize a lot of this, but like I said, like I've never heard of Clayface stuff like that.
Luckily
But
for
watching
you,
it,
you got me.
there we go. I have
Yeah.
my stream of comic sources. It's perfect.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so watching this trailer was very much just like void of any background knowledge of like this who this character is. I'm just like, this is terrifying, and I love it. I don't know if this is a movie that I would watch, but I feel
Yeah.
like if we're talking about it, I gotta. So
Yeah.
when it comes out, we'll maybe do a little review pod. That could be fun.
A spoiler cast.
Yeah, that could be fun. We could do that with a
Yeah.
lot of stuff, I imagine too.
I would like,
Yeah.
yeah, for movies, we could definitely have like
Yeah,
episodes. Yeah.
yeah. But
Uh,
yeah, I think that the way that that it was structured, where it's like the we're captured in this moment of like just very slowly and upsettingly like panning into this person, and then just flashing back with the little
mhm.
jump scare bits of like, and I think that the way that they set up those flashbacks was very good, and that it's like it's not all just scary. It's like it's sort of flowing in between of like, oh, this is when before everything, or like this is as it was going downhill.
Yeah.
But then like we flash to like, oh, it actually got way worse. And then later it's like, oh yeah, remember all this good time that he was totally fine in doing stuff and like has this like relationship it seems, and it's like, oh yeah, and then it all goes horribly burns down. Um,
It
Oh
all
yeah,
goes,
so
it all goes to shit for him.
100%. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to learn more. Is where I'm at for sure.
Yeah.
This is very fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing this with us.
No problem. Uh,
Mhm.
like, wait, so Jade, you like the Absolute comics, right?
I haven't read them yet, but just looking at the aesthetic of it, I already know I'm gonna be a big fan. It's just I don't have money to
Yeah.
buy comics yet.
I just think, imagine Clayface in that universe would be so like awesome.
Yeah.
Like Ember, are you familiar at all with the Absolute Universe?
Fully and entirely, absolutely not. Not a little bit.
Okay,
But
so
I love that
basically,
they're doing all of this. I think this level of like detail and production value being attributed to these stories that are already very good and are already
it's
so known is so cool.
it's more of like they take the original continuity of all these characters and basically make their lives worse.
Hmm.
So uh you know how like Batman's rich? Well, in this universe
Right.
he has no money, and
Oh.
all of the
It's worse
villains are
there.
people he grew up with.
Damn,
Oh
that's
no.
actually kind of a cool concept.
That is really
Yeah,
cool,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is really good. Not to I don't want to spoil too much, for
yeah,
people who
Yeah.
want to see it, but it's just they take the traditional characters and turn them up to like 11. I'm sure
Oh,
some
yeah.
people have seen how Bane looks,
yeah.
where he's
Mm.
just a kaiju of
That's
a man.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that is
Fun.
crazy.
Very
Uh,
Hmm.
fun.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like how we were originally like worried about running out of stuff to talk about, but it has already
That was perfect.
been 38 minutes now, and we still got so much
Yeah.
more we want to get on eventually. However,
Yeah.
we do have a stream in about 2 minutes, so I think we should
Oh
probably
shit! Yeah.
conclude here. Yeah, no worries, no worries.
And
Mhm.
for a nice little pilot episode, we have
Oh yeah,
we give a teaser too. We have so many more things we can talk about, and you'll
yes,
just
Yeah,
have to stay tuned if you want to watch
real.
them.
Alrighty.
it's true.
Anything you want to mention before I give us a little like outro or something?
Yeah, let's go socials just all around.
Mhm.
Where
Yeah.
can people find our stuff?
I am QueenRaccoon85 on mainly Blue Sky, YouTube, and Twitch. I have a couple other things, but those are the main three I like to plug.
Yeah. And then I'm at Ember SSBM on Blue Sky or .bluesky.social. I'm not really anywhere else. I have a YouTube channel. You don't need to see it. There's nothing there yet. And then on there, I mostly just post art. And then every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, I post a weekly comic. That's just a little short, fun story. Yeah.
I'm the Soul Punk at Blue Sky, YouTube, and Patreon. I just for Patreon or for Blue Sky, I usually just post my art and stuff like that. For YouTube, I post music and all that, and I am currently working on a web series called Soulstar. You can kind of see some of the stuff in the background,
It's so good.
but it'll have an accompanying soundtrack, which will everything will be on YouTube. And if you want to support me, on my Patreon, I have like exclusive like sneak peeks and stuff for each tier, and I have a bi-weekly comic that I post there too, and there's some like demos and music there in case you want to see it. So that's if you're interested.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
And I think that about concludes it.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening.
thank you.
We will set up a better and more regular structure for these once we figure
Mhm.
out exactly how we want to do it. But
Yes.
you can expect a little bit longer of episodes for this.
Mhm.
But we just wanted a nice short introduction for the first one.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to say?
I guess check in next episode on Friday. We plan on doing these every Friday, right?
Yeah,
That
Friday.
sounds right. A subject to change, but
Friday
every
at some
Friday
time.
as of right now. Some point, sometime,
Yeah.
probably Friday.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Amazing.
Yeah. Club is over. Get out of here.
Yeah. Alright.
Get out of here.
See ya.
Go
Love
home.
ya.
Go check out her stream.
Real.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
yeah. Go check out your stream. Oh.